Breaking news from VP Mike Pence. The administration wants a new military service branch, but space missions' future in the Pentagon and Congress is far from certain. The Trump administration officially rolled out its roadmap to create a U.S. Space Force, the first new military branch in over 70 years by 2020, assuming Congress complies. Vice President Mike Pence unveiled a plan to ask Congress for the authority and funds to set up the U.S. Space Force as a sixth branch of the armed forces, calling the proposal an idea whose time has come, Defense One reports. The time has come to write the next great chapter in the history of our armed forces, to prepare for the next battlefield where America's best and bravest will be called to deter and defeat a new generation of threats to our people, to our nation. The time has come to establish the United States Space Force. The new branch will be separate from, but equal to, the 5 other branches. To be clear, the Space Force will not be built from scratch, because the men and women who run and protect our nation's space programs today are already the best in the world. Across this department and our intelligence agencies, there are literally tens of thousands of military personnel, civilians and contractors operating and supporting our space systems, and together, they are the eyes and ears of America's warfighters around the globe. VP Pence. Actions by U.S. adversaries make it clear that space is already a warfighting domain, the Vice President said. For many years, nations from Russia and China to North Korea and Iran have pursued weapons to jam, blind and disable our navigation and communications satellites via electronic attacks from the ground. But recently, our adversaries have been working to bring new weapons of war into space itself. In 2007, China launched a missile that tracked and destroyed one of its own satellites, the Vice President said. And Russia is working on an airborne laser to disrupt space-based systems, he added. Both nations are also investing heavily in what are known as hypersonic missiles designed to fly up to 5 miles per second at such low altitudes that they could potentially evade detection by our missile defense radars. In fact, China claimed to have made its first successful test of a hypersonic vehicle just last week. In every domain, America will always seek peace, the Vice President said. But history proves that peace only comes through strength, he added. And in the realm of outer space, the United States Space Force will be that strength. Just as advances in aviation technology drove the emergence of air as a new battlefield in the 20th century, advances in space technology have made it clear that space is the new battlefield for the 21st century, the Vice President said. The U.S. will meet the emerging threats on this new battlefield, he said, and carry on the cause of liberty